Real Madrid's new game plan is evil, but before it began came the humiliation. No trophies, no glory, just pain. Barcelona goal! And to make it worse, Koundé snatched the Copa del Rey with a last-minute dagger. The Super Copa? Gone too. Lamine Yamal danced through them like they were ghosts. All this in the year Madrid signed Kylian Mbappe, the invincible squad. Broken. Nothing changed. Then came Xabi Alonso, not just a former Madrid legend, but the brightest young coach in football. He did the impossible at Leverkusen.
And he's on his own, he has a goal!
Made history, made magic.
The Meisterschale in Leverkusen's hands for the first time!
And now he's back home. His mission, to rebuild a broken giant. It started with the Club World Cup, and right away something clicked. Madrid didn't just play better.
Chance of a Pachuca deflection.
They played different, fast, fluid, ruthless.
Alexander-Arnold! There's the header! Gonzalo Garcia!
Xabi brought calm to chaos and turned doubts into fire. The plan was clear: total control, total pressure, total war. This wasn't the same Madrid. It was a new beast, a squad built for domination. Young, sharp and dangerous. Trent Alexander-Arnold brought brains and bombs from the right side.
Alexander-Arnold!
Dean Huijsen, cold as ice, turned into a wall at the back. Up.
He scores! Mbappe! That is what they came to see!
Vini Jr., now on his last dance in white, rediscovered his fire.
He might go alone, Vini Jr!
And from the shadows came Gonzalo Garcia Torres, the kid, the killer, the new Raul Gonzalez.
Oh, he's there again! Gonzalo Garcia!
Madrid had stars again, but this time they had a system too. The new Real Madrid under Xabi Alonso is terrifying. He didn't just tweak the system, he flipped the whole script. In the Club World Cup we saw it, a reborn Madrid. Fast, intense, united. Vini Jr., Tchouameni, Arda Güler, Bellingham. Every single player levelled up. Under Ancelotti they faded. They lost to Barca again and again. They stopped running, like against Arsenal, when they covered 21 kilometres less. That wasn't Madrid, that was a ghost, but now everything changed. Xabi breathes Madrid DNA, and the squad caught the fever. No more guaranteed minutes, no more comfort zones. You work, you play. Simple. He reprogrammed Güler, and Bellingham made them the engine.
Bellingham into the penalty area, Jude Bellingham!
He turned pressing into a mission. Now they steal the ball high, they press together, they attack like wolves. A few months ago, Madrid players ran less than their rivals. Almost every game. That's not just poor fitness, that's a team asleep. Xabi woke them up, and in just 35 days he proved everything the club hoped. Yes, these players can press. Yes, they have the fire. Even Vini Jr. is defending now, not just dancing or provoking. Xabi's impact, massive, immediate. He gave confidence to the forgotten ones, Güler, Fran Garcia. They finally feel seen. He made it clear, reputation means nothing. If you perform, you play. Period. Just look at Gonzalo Garcia Torres. Starting ahead of Rodrigo and Brahim, that's not a fluke, that's a statement. Xabi wanted a true striker, not fame, function. Everything is changing at Madrid, and more changes are coming. The best part, Xabi has full freedom. Tactics, lineups, mentality. He controls it all. No more of last season's helpless feeling. That's over. Yes, the injuries are still brutal. Carvajal, Camavinga, Militao, Mendy, Endrick, Alaba, all out. And yet, Madrid is playing with rhythm, with hunger, with soul. Even with 10 men, after Asensio's red card aginast Pachuca, they fought like lions.
Alexander-Arnold, it's back for Arda Güler!
The football, sharper. The energy, relentless. Madridistas love this new team. But deep down it hurts too. Because now we know, they could have played like this long ago. They just needed the right man in charge. What Xabi Alonso has done in just 35 days feels like a déjà vu. It's Mourinho all over again.
Xabi Alonso, his father was a manager. So he grew up similar to me. He was born with the father player. He grew up with the father manager. Then he became a player, of course, much better than I was. Then he became a player, a top player. His position on the pitch and his knowledge of the game very high. He played in Spain, in England, and in Germany. And he was coached by Guardiola in Bayern, by myself in Real Madrid, by Ancelotti in Real Madrid, by Benitez in Liverpool. So I think if you put all this together, I think Xabi has conditions to be a very good coach.
Not in tactics, but in personality. Strong, clear, no excuses. He told the players, this is how we play. Get on the train or get left behind. And he meant it. The changes were fast and real. Bellingham, no longer a striker, back to his roots as a pure midfielder, linking play, driving through spaces. Güler and Ceballos, total transformation. Now they run the game. The Turkish wonder kid became a starter. Ceballos enters in the second half to keep the fire burning. Fran Garcia is the proof. Under Ancelotti he vanished. Under Xabi he shines. He's the fixed starter, at left back now. Fast, intense, focused. He didn't need magic, he just needed trust. And Arda Güler, he's been reborn, no longer a number 10 wandering up front. Now, Xabi placed him at the heart of everything, right in front of the centre-backs. He's the brain, the starter of every move, exactly like Xabi used to play under Mourinho. It's not just coaching, it's inheritance. Even Brahim feels valued now. Xabi told him, you matter here. He'll be the spark off the bench, dribbling, chaos, vertical fire. He's staying, he's ready, but maybe the biggest shift? The youth revolution. Under Ancelotti, kids had no chance. Endrick, Güler, even Castilla's talents, they were ignored. Xabi changed everything. He knew the academy, he studied it. His right hand, Sebas Parilla, brought the full scouting reports from Valdebebas. And when Gonzalo Garcia Torres got the call, he delivered. He presses, he combines, he scores. He's not just a striker, he's a nightmare for defenders, and he's the future. Now listen closely, because what comes next is what changes everything. We're about to break down the tactical evolution of Real Madrid under Xabi Alonso. This is where the game shifts. This is where power is built. Since stepping into the Bernabeu as manager, Xabi Alonso faced a brutal challenge: rebuild a wounded giant and turn it into a machine ready to dominate the world. And he didn't wait. The Club World Cup became his testing ground. And what we saw there, it was a warning, a glimpse of something terrifying. Alonso's first weapon, tactical flexibility. He's not married to one system. Against Salzburg, he unleashed a bold 3-4-3. Why? Because he adapts. He reads the pitch, he reads the opponent. And the result?
But he might go alone. Vini Jr. Vini Jr. for 2, cuts it back, and Gonzalo Garcia for 3.
A harum la demolition. Madrid played like a storm, organised, deadly, unstoppable, but systems are nothing without the players. And here's where Xabi truly shines. Development. Trent, Dean, 2 new faces, fully locked into the plan. They didn't just adapt, they transformed. This isn't just a coaching style, it's a philosophy. Of course, nothing comes easy. Injuries, red cards, chaos, but this squad, it didn't collapse. It evolved. It pressed harder. It followed Alonso like a general. Every player is sharper. Every run is smarter. Every movement feels like it was rehearsed 1,000 times. Let's go deeper. This is the heart of Xabi Alonso's genius. The part of Madrid that no one saw coming. The part that makes them dangerous again. One of the gems of this new Madrid is the back 3. Not just any back 3. This is a structure built for domination. Asensio steps back into a defensive role. Tchouameni becomes the sweeper, calm, powerful, always in the right place. Next to him, Dean Huijsen, the ice-cold warrior, and down the flanks, Trent Alexander-Arnold and Fran Garcia. Not just fullbacks, aggressive wing daggers. They don't wait, they strike. And with this shape, something magical happens. Fede Valverde finally plays in his real position, box to box, everywhere. A machine. And thank God, Arda Güler now owns the spotlight. He's no longer hidden. In a double pivot, Güler and Valverde dominate the midfield. Strength and style, muscle and magic. But that's not the end of it. Alonso's masterstroke. Bellingham as a true attacking midfielder. Not a false 9, not a makeshift striker. He's back to what made him great. Floating between the lines. Breaking defences with timing, not just power. And from that inside right channel, he connects with Trent. That right side becomes a nightmare. Speed, overlaps, diagonals, crosses. It's pure chaos for any defender. And on the left, Freedom Vinicius Jr. now plays without chains. No strict zones, no fixed roles. Just rhythm and aggression. And most shocking of all, he presses. For the first time, he defends with heart. Xabi gave him belief. And Vini answered with effort. This Real Madrid under Xabi Alonso isn't just strong, it's a tactical duel. And it all starts from the back. Let's talk about the move I told you would be the most important tactical shift of the season. Aurelien Tchouameni as a libero. He was questioned for years. 3 seasons of inconsistency, doubts, criticism. But now, he's thriving. Under Xabi, Tchouameni has become essential. Smart, calm, reliable. He absorbs every concept Xabi gives him and executes with precision. Signed from Monaco for €80 million, Many expected more. Now we're seeing why. At the Club World Cup, he played every game, whether as a centre-back or holding mid, he delivered. That's the kind of versatility Xabi needs to build his monster against Salzburg. Madrid played with 3 at the back, like Xabi did at Leverkusen. Tchouameni was the heart of it. Rudiger to the right, Dean Huijsen to the left. The result? Madrid's best performance of the tournament. Pure dominance after shaky matches against Al Hilal and Pachuca. Against Juventus, same plan, but the Italians sat deep, and Xabi reacted. Tchouameni moved up into the double pivot with Arda Güler. That small tweak unlocked everything. From sterile possession to real danger, Madrid went from controlling to crushing. Tchouameni's role is pure gold. He allows Madrid to push the backline higher. That higher line means more pressure, more control, more chaos. With the ball at his feet, he's the one who starts everything. Most touches, most passes. And yes, you heard right, as a libero, it's insane. And the domino effect, it frees up Arda Güler. With the backline so close, Güler becomes the bridge. He connects with everyone. Huijsen, Asensio, Valverde, Trent, Fran. He's everywhere. He's the key to Alonso's transitions, the most connected player in the system. But that high defensive line isn't just for build-up. It's a weapon. With more bodies in midfield, pressure increases. Simple math. Asensio, Huijsen, Rudiger, Militao, they don't let you breathe. And then you add Trent and Fran, 2 wild dogs chasing everything. His positional zones, a nightmare. Opponents can't even build. They're suffocated before they start. Something important is starting to happen at Real Madrid. Trent Alexander-Arnold, one of the most talked about signings of the season, is finally starting to find his place. And it's not exactly where most people expected, but it's even better. At Liverpool, Trent was many things. Right back, playmaker, even captain material. But in Madrid under Xabi Alonso, the game is different. The roles are different. And Trent is going through a real transformation. Xabi has been testing a bold formation, a back 3. It's not just about defence, it's about control, flexibility and unlocking new spaces. Against Red Bull Salzburg in the group stage and Juventus in the round of 16, Madrid lined up with 3 central defenders. That shifted Trent into a wing-back role, higher up the pitch, more freedom, more pressure. At first it didn't look great. In the first half against Juventus, Trent was often alone on the right, too wide, too far, isolated. He passed cautiously, often backwards. It didn't suit him. One-on-one dribbling isn't his strength. He's not that kind of player. He's a creator, not a destroyer. Just before half-time, he found a glimpse of space. He whipped in a low, fast cross across the 6-yard box. It was dangerous, exactly the kind of delivery he's famous for. And minutes later, it happened again. Juventus tried to clear the ball. It fell to Trent, just outside the box. He didn't hesitate. He curled in a perfect cross, and Gonzalo Garcia Torres was ready. He twisted in the air, connected with the header, and scored. That was the only goal of the game. That goal wasn't just a highlight, it was a signal. Trent's strength is exactly that. Not defending deep, but attacking the half spaces, delivering deadly crosses and breaking lines with inside passes. And now, with Xabi's system, he finally has the freedom to do it, without concern about defending 100% of the match. The pattern is becoming clear. With a back 3 behind him, Trent doesn't have to worry about covering the entire flank alone. He doesn't need to defend like a traditional fullback. Instead, he focuses on what he does best, creating. But creating danger from wide areas isn't enough on its own. To unlock the full version of Trent Alexander-Arnold, Real Madrid needs more than just a good system. He needs support in the middle. Players who move, attract defenders, and open spaces. That's where Xabi Alonso's smartest decision comes in. He's not experimenting. He's respecting the nature of his players. And the best example is Federico Valverde. For years, Valverde was misplaced. Stroll. Valverde defends with fire and attacks with courage. He covers more ground than anyone, but now he's doing it with meaning. He's not chasing shadows, he's attacking spaces. And those spaces, they don't appear by magic. They're created by movement, by the system. When Bellingham drops deep, when Vinicius pulls wide, when Gonzalo stretches the line, defences are forced to react. And in that moment, Valverde strikes. His timing is perfect. He surges into gaps between midfield and defence. He shoots. He combines. Not just about positioning, it's about connection. Every move by one player opens a door for another. Valverde and Güler now work in harmony. When Fede pushes forward, Arda slips behind to balance. When the wings stretch the field, the midfield breathes. It's like watching gears in a machine, each one turning the next. Vinicius brings depth on the left, Trent brings width on the right. That creates a huge horizontal gap in the opponent's block. And who attacks that space? Valverde, every single time. And when he doesn't, Güler is there, calm, precise. The Turkish maestro picks his moment, steps into space, and delivers the killer ball. This isn't just a midfield, it's a coordinated strike unit. Not everything's perfect at Real Madrid. The team is evolving, yes, but they are still in transition. and some of the biggest challenges are appearing in the heart of midfield. Jude Bellingham is one of the most talented players in the world, but even he is adjusting. Xabi Alonso has given him a more defined, more tactical role. He is not playing as a false nine. He's not being asked to press the whole field. He's now a true attacking. Gonzalo can drop into midfield to combine. But here's the challenge. Bellingham doesn't look fully comfortable yet. The version of Jude we're seeing now is more tactical, less explosive. He's not making those long, bursting sprints as often. His movement is slower, more calculated to let other players take advantage of the spaces between his back. That's not a bad thing. But it's different from what fans are used to, who is a Bellingham focused on be completely offensive. And sometimes the result is a static midfield. The players seem unsure, the ball slows down, the spacing is off. Even though the ideas are right, the execution is not always there. Why? Because this system takes time. The automatisms Xabi is building, those rehearsed movements and patterns, are still in progress. It's like watching a new engine start to turn, but not at full speed yet. Even so, there are moments of hope. In tight spaces, Bellingham still shines. He can control. Bellingham knows when to hold, when to run, when to pass. He brings calm in attack and balance near the box. This version of Jude is smarter, more disciplined, less about highlights, more about harmony. And if he keeps adapting, Madrid is improving, but the bad habits from the past still appear. Some moments of hesitation, a few defensive slips, slow transitions. In the match against Juventus, Real Madrid tried something ambitious, a new defensive structure, a high press. The idea trapped the opponent in the centre of the pitch. When Juve had the ball, Madrid's front five moved like a unit. Vinicius, Gonzalo, Bellingham, Valverde and Güler formed a pentagon around the ball. It was designed to suffocate, cut off all central passing lanes. If the opponent tried to play through the middle, they were instantly surrounded. Pressure from all sides, nowhere to go. And it worked, for a while. Juventus saw the trap and tried to escape by playing wide. They targeted the right flank. Trent Alexander-Arnold's side. It looked like a weakness, but it was actually another trap. As soon as Juve attacked down that wing, Madrid reacted fast. Valverde and Bellingham slid over, closing space. The midfield tilted basculaba as a unit. Together they crushed the play on the sideline. Madrid was suffocating their opponent with smart pressure, but still the system can be broke. Because this kind of press only works if everyone moves together. If one piece is slow, the whole system collapses. Sometimes Vinicius didn't press fast enough. Sometimes Gonzalo or Güler hesitated. And in those moments, Juventus found the gaps, a small window, a brief pause, and suddenly the ball slipped through. That's when you could feel it. Madrid's press isn't automatic yet. It depends on intensity. It depends on perfect timing. And when that intensity drops, even slightly, the team looks exposed. The midfield, so sharp a moment ago, suddenly feels wide open. Players arrive late, rotations are off, and that's all it takes for the opponent to break the line. This is the dark truth behind the progress. Madrid's new identity is powerful, but fragile, built on effort, energy, and unity. But when that unity breaks, the whole system feels vulnerable. Xabi Alonso knows this. He's building something complex, something demanding, but not every player is at the same level yet. Not physically, not mentally, not tactically. That's the storm Madrid is walking through now. Danger lives. Just when Real Madrid looked like it might collapse under the weight of its own expectations, something unexpected happened. Not a tactical twist, not a new multi-million signing, but something far more powerful. The emergence of a homegrown hero. His name is Gonzalo Garcia, a player raised in the white jersey, a Madridista from birth, and now, the number 9 Real Madrid didn't know it was waiting for. Gonzalo is not just a forward, he's a statement. He plays with fire, pride and responsibility. He reminds fans of Raúl González Blanco, not just in style but in soul. He represents the old Madrid spirit, reborn in a new system. His numbers are no fluke. With the Juvenile A, he scored 35 goals in the 2022 to 2023 season, leading his team to a historic national treble. Then came Castilla. His first season was quiet, just 5 goals, a year of adaptation, but he didn't stop. He kept working, kept pushing, and in the 2024 to 2025 season, under the guidance of Raúl himself, Gonzalo exploded. He scored 25 goals in Primera RFEF, breaking records and opening eyes. That rise wasn't just about goals, it was about mentality. He never asked for chances, he earned them. And now, in the Club World Cup, he's proving it on the big stage. 4 matches, 3 goals, 1 assist. Decisive in every appearance, relentless in every touch. His role in this Madrid is growing fast. He started against Pachuca as the central striker, but when Raúl Asensio saw red, Xabi Alonso made a bold adjustment. Gonzalo moved to the left wing. Vinicius shifted inside. The system changed, but Gonzalo adapted instantly. He ran, pressed, defended, attacked, never out of place. That's the key to his rise. Versatility. He can play as a 9, as a winger, even drop deep to connect with midfielders. He doesn't need space created for him. He can be part of the creation with the ball. We could say is also similar to Karim Benzema, and that's a problem for his competitors, because now Xabi Alonso has a dilemma. Vinicius, Mbappe, Endrick, Rodrigo, and Gonzalo. Only 2 can start. The math is brutal. The Vinicius-Mbappe duo hasn't worked perfectly. Both are stars, both need space. Neither sacrifices enough off the ball. Meanwhile, the Vinicius-Gonzalo pairing has looked sharp, balanced, dynamic, effective. What about Mbappe and Endrick? It's still an unknown, but what's clear is that if Endrick doesn't step up, Gonzalo's ready to take his spot. Then there's Rodrigo, once untouchable, now uncertain. Without Ancelotti, there's no more protection, no more guaranteed starts. Rodrigo's out of form, and perhaps out of confidence. Xabi won't wait. He rewards effort, not reputation. Rodrigo could still have a role, off the bench in rotations. But if he doesn't adapt, he could become a luxury Madrid doesn't need. And in this new Madrid, nobody is untouchable. Gonzalo Garcia didn't arrive with noise. He arrived with goals, with hunger, with timing. He forced the door open, not with politics, but with performance. And now he might be the piece Xabi Alonso builds around. In the match against Dortmund, Xabi Alonso's Real Madrid showed that even though the team is still under construction, they are already looking like a terrifying force for the rest of Europe. During the first 30 minutes, Madrid played what can only be described as total football. Their ball control, movement and teamwork were all in perfect sync. Players connected passes with speed and ease, moving as a single, united block. And when you realise they've only been working together for about a month, it's honestly impressive. That dominant start against a completely overwhelmed Dortmund gave fans a real reason to be excited about this new project. Several players stood out. Arda Güler looked more and more comfortable taking charge of the midfield. His passing vision and maturity reminded many of Mesut Ozil in his prime.
The cross, Mbappe!
Gonzalo surprised everyone by becoming the top scorer of the tournament.
Arda Güler. Oh, he's there again, Gonzalo Garcia!
Netting 4 goals and proving he's ready for the big stage. In defence, Huijsen was a key piece, despite the red card he received due to a costly mistake.
You'd have 2 goals and a red card.
While Tchouameni controlled the centre like a true leader, Fran Garcia looked reborn under Xabi's system, joining the attack again and again with purpose.
In by Trent Alexander-Arnold! And Fran Garcia to make it 2-0!
Bellingham seemed to regain his rhythm and authority, and even though Vinicius still lacked some sharpness, his work rate and involvement were on another level. Oh, and of course, Mbappe hasn't even fully settled in yet, and he already scored a stunning goal that lit up the match. But listen up, because this part deserves a special shout out. Keep your eyes on Gonzalo Garcia. The former Castilla striker is the real deal. He just keeps scoring goals and showing up when it matters. He's not here to fill space, he's here to take over. After 5 matches, he already has 4 goals in this Club World Cup, making him joint top scorer of the tournament alongside Ángel Di Maria, who by the way, is already out of the competition. In this game, Gonzalo missed his first big chance after a pass from Fran Garcia because of an awkward bounce, but he didn't need a third. The next opportunity came from a perfect cross by Arda Güler, and Gonzalo finished it like a true number 9, a classic striker's goal. This kid has kicked down every door in front of him. Even before the match, there was talk about Mbappe possibly returning to the starting 11, but Xabi Alonso made a statement. He kept faith in the homegrown striker. 5 matches, 5 starts, and in 4 of them, he scored. The only time he didn't find the net was against Pachuca, and he still played a strong game. So let us be the first to say it loud and clear. The new Raúl González is already here, and he's wearing white. The new Real Madrid is still under construction. The pieces are not fully locked in place, the system isn't perfect yet, but the signs are there. We are starting to see the first brushstrokes of something special. Tactically, the idea is bold. Defensively, they are learning to suffocate their rivals. Offensively, they are discovering how to move, how to link, how to attack together. It's not finished, but it's real. And at the heart of this transformation is one man, Xabi Alonso. He's not chasing quick wins. He's not building around egos or stars. He's building a team, a system that breathes, that presses, that flows. One where every player has a role, every movement has a purpose. That's what makes this Madrid different. Not the names, not the talent, but the structure, the intention. For years, Real Madrid dreamed of a team full of Galacticos that actually played like a team. But now, Xabi might be doing what no one has done before. He's turning a locker room of individuals into a machine. Not a group of stars, a squad of soldiers, each one ready to run, press, suffer, and win together. And that's the most exciting and terrifying part of all. Because when this Madrid clicks, when the automatisms are natural, when Bellingham, Vinicius, Güler and Gonzalo think as one, they won't just be beautiful, they'll be unstoppable. This is not the final version of Real Madrid, it's just the beginning. But what we're seeing now, it's the birth of something historic.